Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. Today, we're talking about three things we like: stage managers, kids on leashes, and silverware.
Oh, no, not silverware.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get the forks out of here.
Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This is the comedy podcast about imaginary luxury travel. And this is episode 257. I'm Allison Burns.
I'm Lulu Picard.
And we're so excited that you're here with us today. We're about to tell you some obsessions, some wish lists. We're going to share what we would do if we had $10,000 to spend in a place in the world in one day. And
Only
then we got
one.
some improv to do too. So it's going to be fun. And of course, all of this is because we got a magic word from one of our bays, and this one's a doozy. So hold on to your hat,
True.
literally. And let's get started. Let's talk about obsessions. What's your obsession this week, Lulu?
Okay. It's been my obsession for a couple, maybe 2 or 3 months. Korean tofu soup.
Oh, I didn't even know you liked tofu.
I do like tofu. My mom used to kind of cycle it in like any other protein when I was a kid. So I'm really used to eating it. So I didn't really have like an adjustment like a lot of other people. But I've started to appreciate it more probably in the last like 5 years. Like I've always kind of eaten it, but mostly ate it at home.
Yeah.
With my mom. And now I find myself ordering it in restaurants and making it at home. And
wow.
like, oh, because I had it when you were here, huh?
Did you?
Maybe not. I lied. I don't know.
I think I've only had tofu in miso soup.
Oh, yeah. Well, because tofu comes in lots of different firmnesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you have tofu that you can literally like spoon out like panna cotta.
Oh,
like that.
And I had no idea.
And then you have tofu that you can flip like a steak.
What is tofu?
Soybeans. That's all I know. So don't ask any more questions.
Okay. Okay. No, it literally just dawned on me. I was like, I don't even know what this stuff is made out of.
Yeah, it's soybean. So like if you have estrogen imbalances, you're not supposed to eat a lot of tofu because it has a lot of soy in it or a lot of estrogen.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. The more you know.
Blah, 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 blue.
Well, my obsession is also a food. Well, not food. It's a drink item. And maybe it would go well with tofu. It is healthy. So I'm obsessed right now with clean juice.
Oh, like that you
Have
make
you had
yourself?
it? No.
Wait.
No.
When you say clean juice, I guess what do you mean?
It's a brand. It's called Clean Juice.
No, I don't.
But they have brick and mortar stores as well, and you can look up if there's one in your area. Here's why I love them. First of all, the juices taste really well. I mean, they're so good. They're delicious.
Okay.
And I'm normally really picky about juices like that contain apple and all the stuff like together, like carrots and the greens, because I either think it's not sweet enough or it's way too sweet and tastes like fake. This is like very perfect. But my favorite part is, so I went to pick up one of their like 4-packs one day of juice, and I made a comment of like, oh, how long is this good for? Because, some of these juices, they go bad within like 48 hours.
Right, because they're so fresh.
Yes. And they said they're now good for up to 4 weeks. And I said, wait, why? Because they've started to package them. I don't know the exact science that they use, but basically something about the pressure. They do something now with pressurized packaging so that it's still the exact same ingredients. It's still the same fresh juice, but they pressurize the packaging so that it keeps them fresher for longer. So now it's up to 4 weeks. And I was like, that's genius, because I always think I'm going to do a juice cleanse. And then I never do, because I get like really hangry, or I get, start to feel weird. And I'm like, I just need food. I need to chew on something. And then all the juice goes bad because I don't drink it fast enough. But now I can just save it if I decide not to use it.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Can you
So that's
freeze
what I
it
like.
or no?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Mm.
It doesn't come frozen, or the ones that I pick up anyway. So I don't know.
Do you still buy, and actually, I don't know if you ever bought these. By that, I mean, when I was a kid, we used to buy those concentrated frozen juices that
Oh, I
come
knew you were going to say that.
in the cardboard
Yes.
tube. Do you still buy those?
No.
Do they still
Yes.
exist?
Yeah, because I've seen them on TikTok and people will actually use them in different things now. Like they've gotten creative.
Oh, as an ingredient.
Huh?
Oh, we made a cocktail once.
Yes. But remember, it wasn't frozen.
We weren't supposed to use that. I think we were supposed to use lemonade, and we just instead got one of those tubes.
Yeah.
We didn't really understand the assignment.
No, but it was
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, if you're wondering what we're talking about, everyone, go to YouTube and look for our 10K drink challenge,
That's right.
where we had some of you, even who are listening, sent us some things to try. Most of them were terrible. But we like to put our faith in our listeners. We trust
Yeah,
them
we do.
completely. We would do it again, and we trust you.
Mm-hmm.
We would do it again, but we trust you
Yeah.
to have our well-being in mind, just like we always have your well-being in mind.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we talked
Okay.
about that, everybody.
Well, next up, wish list. What's on your wish list?
List. I wish I had more sweaters.
Oh,
It's cold here, and when you don't actually have like a real wardrobe, it's hard to figure out what to wear when you have to wear more things.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, oh, I also don't have the right pants are very hard
Mm-hmm.
when it's cold.
Yes.
Like, what's your warmest bottom?
Sweatpants.
What if it's too cold for sweatpants?
Jeans.
And then what?
That's it.
Right.
I
Right?
don't have anything else.
That's why in the winter you see women walking around with like pantyhose and skirts and like a boot and like full coat, but their knees are out because we
Yeah.
don't know what to wear in the cold and the bottom. It's just so hard.
It is hard because you can't like bust out a full ski outfit.
No, you
Like
can't
ski
walk around,
pants.
and then it's too hot when you go in places. So
Yeah.
just it's not a good situation, everyone.
I
All right.
know.
So that's on my wish list. What about you?
I wish I had a private jet.
Oh,
Just something small,
okay. Yeah,
just
sure.
so that if I wanted to be like, hey, I have a few sweaters you can borrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fly them up to New York real quick. And then I'll
Sure.
just fly back. And here's what brought this up. So I went
Okay.
besides the point that I just want to be able to travel whenever I want to be able to travel. But I went to church rehearsal the other day and I had to break the news to them that I was not going to be there for Christmas Eve. I've always been there for Christmas Eve. This is a very big deal that I'm not going to be singing at the Christmas Eve service. The choir director's face like completely changed. He was like, "Where are you going to be?" I was like, "Well, my mother-in-law booked a cabin in Georgia." And he's like, "Where in Georgia?" I was like, Elijah, Georgia. He's like, "Is that close to Atlanta?" And I was like, "I don't know why." And he's like, "I'll fly you back. I'll fly you back in one day. I'll fly you back here. You can do the Christmas concert and then you can like fly back for Christmas Eve." And I was like, "That's intense." And I thought about it actually, but then I was like, "Can you, my luck? I'd fly down Christmas Eve, like afternoon. I'd sing at the concert at 6 p.m. I'd try to book, get on the next Southwest flight out back to Atlanta at like 8:30 p.m. and something would happen. It'd be canceled. And then I'd have a home alone moment and be stuck like in the airport for Christmas Eve into Christmas Day."
Yes, you would.
So I was like, that's probably not the best idea. But then I thought if I had a private jet,
Yeah.
I could just do it.
Or if you had a teleporter.
See, yeah, that's probably
Okay, question.
better.
Wait, hold on. This is a real question.
Yeah.
If a magic genie came to you today
Yeah.
and said, you can either have a private jet or a teleporter, here's the thing: teleporter instant.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to go. And you could say, I want to be inside the Royal Albert Hall during this concert.
Yeah.
Right? Boom. But private jet, you can bring people.
Oh, that's tough. I think I'd
know.
still do teleport.
I think, what would I do? What would I do?
Because then I could just be with the people at least.
Yeah.
Because then think about it. I could get ready for that Christmas concert in my own like space in Elijah, Georgia, teleport into the Christmas concert, and then just teleport back.
No, you did this all wrong. You get ready at your house by yourself.
Yeah. Teleport
That's
there.
empty. Yeah, because your family is in Elijah, Georgia.
There you go.
So you go home, teleport, have some quiet, pour yourself a glass of wine.
That, oh my God, I would take full advantage of that. I'd be somewhere different like every few minutes.
Are you kidding? Oh, that's the thing, right? Teleport is like every day. Like if my call time was 7, I would roll out of bed at 6:50 and be like, boop, boop.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, hey, I have this new clean juice you got to try. Hop on over here for a minute.
Yeah.
Take a
Are
sip.
you kidding? We would just do this together every day. We wouldn't have to even Zoom. Like
no more of the problems.
No tech problems. We would just be together. So yeah, teleportation all the way.
Yeah.
Would that be your superhero thing?
Yes, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because then even in a bad situation, teleport out. Like,
yeah, could you imagine?
Leave.
Yeah, they're like, I'd like to serve you with these papers. Boop, boop.
Gone. Done. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Well, that was probably never going to happen because it's in our minds. So is this. It's time for 10K day.
It's a $10K day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two. As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do. We buy top drawer, but we don't really pay. So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right. Okay, so we have our magic word. Let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am from New York, and the word that I've chosen is Near-Syncope.
What?
Near-Syncope.
Okay.
Okay, so that word came from Jen. Now, Lulu, you were with her when she gave you this word. What was going through your mind?
Can you tell her face? She's the proudest little cat that got the cream. And I looked at her, which you can hear that when I go, what? And she just smiled bigger and she was like, Near-Syncope.
Never even heard of this word.
No, never in my life. And I looked it up. So I looked it up. Did you look? I mean, you had to look it up.
Yeah, I had to.
So everyone, I feel that we need a definition. And then we'll tell you who Jen is. But the definition is, this is hard. Okay, so first we have to do syncope. So syncope is basically fainting.
Yeah.
And near syncope is almost fainting. You feel like you're going to pass out, but you do not actually lose consciousness.
So crazy.
So weird. Have you ever fainted?
I've had near syncope.
You have?
Yeah.
Do I know
it wasn't, but it wasn't, it was because of a certain situation. So it's near syncope only if it's like in your head, like not head, but like, so like here we go. I was in a photo shoot and it was outside in the heat in Tampa and I was dressed in a very Victorian garb and they went to put a hat on me and they used a hat pen and stabbed my head like deep. So blood was like running down my face and my head was like, cause have you seen a hat pin, the real hat pins?
Yeah, they're gigantic.
It's like a knife.
Long.
Yes.
Long, yeah.
They stabbed my skull and trying to put the hat through the wig. But so like blood is like coming down my face. So they're trying to like get it up and my head hurt so bad and I was so hot that I started going, everything started going sparkly and white. And so I had to sit down and I literally felt myself like blacking out, but then they got me like cold rags and I like came to. But I don't know if that's because that was because of something. So I didn't know if this was the same, like if it was like an episode where your brain just like
No, I think that sounds sparkly and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Isn't that
Okay.
weird?
Yeah, that's intense. Jen has been a friend of the podcast since our first year, and she has a lot to do with kind of where 10K is now, because she is the first person that told us we were not a travel podcast and we were a comedy podcast.
That's right.
She came to see our show in New York and she was like, "Why are you calling yourselves a travel podcast?" And Allison changed it on Apple Podcasts the next day.
Yeah.
She was like, "And we're comedians."
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And so thanks to Jen, we were able to do a whole bunch of stuff because she was like, "Guess what? You're comedians. Why don't you start working in comedy?" And we were like, "What does that mean?" And then we were on the John Fugelsang show.
I know.
I want to say like 3 weeks after that.
Yeah, it was very quickly. Yeah.
Really fast. Okay. So Jen, we love you. This word though is bananas.
Yeah.
So Allison.
Yes.
What would your process have been if this was your word?
Oh, okay. Well, definitely I would define it.
Okay, step one.
Step one, define it. And then I probably would have gone to like Urban Dictionary and found like a really layman term. Like this is like the definition like for everyday people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably would have gone somewhere where it's like fun to fall down. If you were to faint, it would be a great place to faint.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
What did you do?
Something stupider. All right. So, Lord, what did I do? We're going to Red Oak, Virginia.
Okay.
And you and I are going to do a farm stay.
Okay.
At Old Crow Farm.
Cute.
Old Crow Farm has a lot of cool stuff.
Okay.
You can visit all their livestock. You can help out, do the things, which means you can hang out with the fainting goat, which means you are near syncope.
What? Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a fainting goat?
Oh, yes.
I had not.
Oh, really?
No.
They have them at Hannah's school.
They have fainting goats at her school?
Yeah, because her school's on a farm.
Montessori situation you've got going on. Okay. So in case you did not know, the Tennessee fainting goat, it is called the Tennessee fainting goat.
Okay.
Is also called the myotonic goat. It has myotonia congenita, which is a hereditary condition that may cause it to stiffen or fall over when excited or startled.
Oh.
When they are little, they say, please don't frighten it.
Sure.
But the good thing is it does paralyze the goat.
Mm-hmm.
But they say it's like a full body Charlie horse without the pain.
Oh. Because Charlie horses are extremely painful.
And they also like stiff it. You can't move your limb, right?
Every once in a while I'll get one in my foot and it's just crazy.
I've gone through periods where like I keep getting them in my calves. I get them in my calves probably more than anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I'll start to like, they'll wake me up in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oof.
Yeah.
I used to get them when I was little. I think it was from like growing pains.
Yeah.
So this is like when I was 9 or 10. I used to get them in my toes.
Oh.
And it would feel like the nerves would like cross inside the toe.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. Okay, so anyway, Tennessee fainting goat. That's what the Tennessee fainting goat is. It is a near syncope animal.
There
All right.
go.
So we're staying at Old Crow Farm in Red Oak, Virginia. They only have 2 rooms, so we're going to get both of them.
There you go.
So for 2 nights, both rooms, that's $650.
That's not bad.
Cry. I think so too. If we wanted to, we could go to a lot of Civil War sites because that's what they say they have a lot of there.
Nice.
We're probably not going to do that. It does say that we have to bring our own plates and silverware to the farm.
Okay.
So I was able to find, I know it's a very odd request. I was able to find the Williams Sonoma.
Okay.
Laguiole.
Okay.
Laguiole. 22-piece flatware set. Now we have Williams-Sonomas in our malls.
Yeah. Yeah.
How expensive could it be?
Well, Williams-Sonoma is pretty expensive.
You are right. Because this 22-piece flatware set is $2,699.95. And I remind you, this store is in your mall.
That's crazy. But I knew they had some really expensive stuff. I think they have some more affordable things too. But man, for silverware.
I think they probably have a bunch of this type of stuff that no one ever buys so that people will go there and buy the cheese crackers.
Yeah.
And be like,
yeah.
oh, this is from Williams-Sonoma.
The jam. Yeah.
Yeah, but they actually don't expect anyone to
No.
buy this. So they do say at the farm, I mean, we're basically staying at the farm, everyone. So if you're waiting for me to move on, just sorry, we're at the farm. So the farm contains many glass antiques and family heirlooms. It is not childproof. They say do not bring children 5 years old and under. You also have to follow the farm rules and be respectful
what's the farm rules?
of the animals. You cannot run, yell, or scream in the house.
Okay.
You cannot chase, taunt, or hit the animals.
Okay.
It also says, and I say this to you, Allison, because it says it, and I know that you travel with your children. I want to know how you feel about this. Parents must be in control of their children at all times. All is in all caps.
Well, yeah, you can't let them run around like maniacs.
Great.
Have them in a stroller, in a backpack, or on a leash.
Yeah. I was on a leash when I was a kid.
I was never on a leash.
We lived in LA. My parents were like, sorry, we're in LA. This kid is on a leash.
Yeah. Got to do it. Got to do what you got to do.
I'm still here. So
yeah, no judgment.
No judgments for the leashes. Okay. So Allie, we're staying at the farm the whole time. We had to bring our own silverware. So clearly they're not really set up like a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you brought up the juice cleanse. It's time for us to do like a salad cleanse.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And we're at a farm.
Yes, that's great. Farm to table.
Farm to table or lap if we had to bring plates. So I got from Bergdorf Goodman.
Ooh.
Which I think I said wrong. Bergdorf Goodman. A collection of balsamic vinegars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for our salad that we're going to forage from the farm because they just have vegetables.
That's great. Yeah.
I'm spending $1,000, over $1,000. It's 1050 for these 4 balsamic vinegars that you can literally walk into the department store and buy.
$1,000 for salad dressing?
4 balsamic vinegars.
How big are they? Like normal?
I think they're like normal. They are in a wooden case.
Oh, well, maybe
and the wooden case has like little spaces and indentations. No, indentations for each bottle.
Oh, gotcha.
Fancy.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. It's insane. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do at the farm is we're going to go to canning class.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I think so. We're going to learn how to can vegetables and stuff. And it says you learn from a master canner.
Perfect.
Right. Which our producer is Andrea Canny. Do you think she's a master canner?
Oh, maybe.
She's a masty canny.
Okay.
Anyway, so canning class, I'm guessing they didn't have a price on the website, but I'm guessing it's $400 for both of us. If we said, I don't want to bring anything, I want you to clean everything up.
Oh,
we're going to show up, just show us how to do the thing. And then
true.
I think also people who actually can are like, you realize like part of it is cleaning up. You're like,
I know.
I get it. But
yeah,
we're tourists.
And I wonder if anyone with money actually ever does that, where they're like, hey, listen, if I just give you this much money, can you just do everything for me? I don't know.
That's all I would do if I had money.
I know.
I would outsource everything.
Yeah.
I would never clean my apartment again. I would never do laundry again. I'm not one of those people that's like, I just like to know that I did it. No. I don't care.
True.
I just like for it to be done.
I would even have someone come do my hair and makeup every day.
Yes. Please.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because I'm in this job right now where they do my hair for me.
Yeah.
Right. But not every job is like that. Even like, I could book another Broadway show maybe, and it might not be like that there.
Yeah.
So I am in this situation now where every day I walk into a hair chair and somebody fixes my hair and makes me look like $1,000,000. And sometimes I get really sad because I know it's not going to happen again after a while. I
Oh,
literally will be sitting in the hair chair. I'm like, this is great. This is like my favorite thing. Because you also like, it feels good.
I know.
And I don't know how to do hair. So I've like never looked consistently this put together in my life.
Yeah, I hear
You know,
you.
anyhow. All right. So canning class.
Love it.
Yes. So now I'm going to go look at the fainting goats.
Okay.
And I wanted to make sure that these fainting goats were comfortable. So I looked up what should you do after you faint?
Oh, that's
And
good.
after fainting, well, when people faint, obviously they're going to lie down because they're going to fall, right? And you
Yeah.
want them to lie down. So you lie them down.
Yeah.
It says they'll recover quickly, most people, as soon as the blood flows to the brain. So as soon as they're horizontal, the blood goes there. And then you can loosen any constrictive clothing.
That's good. That's a good one.
And after they wake up, have them stay lying down or sitting for a while longer until they're feeling better.
Yeah.
And give them
I've heard that too.
water. They have to have water.
Mm-hmm.
So for the goats, and I only got one of them.
Wait, you bought a goat?
No, but we're gonna go to the goats, and then I made like a care package, maybe like a care package for them.
Okay.
So I found a dog bed made by Versace.
What?
Not even kidding. And there's only one available on their website, like on the Versace website. It's so stupid. It's like Elon Musk or nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It's $1,200
for a dog bed.
Yes.
I can't even imagine because my dogs like mess those beds up that we have from like Home Depot so often.
Yeah.
I can't even.
And there are homeless people.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like it's really, and that's, anyway, that's why we have the charity component in this podcast, everyone, because it's hard to look at expensive things and then also remember that people have nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, insane. So obviously for our 10K day for a fainting goat, I got a $1,200 Versace dog bed.
So that it has a soft place to land. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then it said that they had to have water. So I got this big, huge, like square trough that you can fill with water. And I think it's meant for the basin of like fire pits or the basins of fountains if you build them in your yard or something.
Okay.
Because it holds water and it's big and, like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, $1,680 later, my goats have water.
That's crazy.
And then just to make sure, like for the goats that, I don't know, can't get to the water, or every other goat, because only one fits in the dog bed.
Yeah.
I got smelling salts.
Okay.
Which are ammonia chloride, I think. But I've never actually smelled smelling salts.
I haven't either.
And now they have, like bougie smelling salts that are not. So smelling salts are ammonia chloride, which smells terrible and it's sharp. So when you fainted, it would like literally as they inhaled it, like wake you up.
Yeah.
But now if you type in smelling salts, there's all these like, this is what you should smell if you want love. This is what you should smell if you want to be relaxed throughout the day. This one will energize you. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. People have started to just like make stuff and sell it on Etsy.
That's, cool.
It's aromatherapy and salt.
Well, I know it has to be pretty strong because I had a facial a few weeks ago and they did like a what's it called when they take off some of the hair on your skin? Dermaplaning.
Oh, yes.
So they like shave your face a little bit. Well, before they do that, she took an alcohol pad and wiped my skin. It was I've never had an alcohol pad that close to my nose. It was the strongest. Like I was like, I'm going to pass out. It was so strong.
Because of the fumes.
Yeah. And then that made me think of smelling salts. And I was like, if that's how bad an alcohol pad smells, I can't even imagine what wakes people up from fainting.
Did people just like carry them around?
They used to, I think, back in the day.
I think it's because the women were in corsets.
And they would faint.
There you go.
Because it was hot and they had on tight clothing.
And they couldn't breathe.
And they couldn't breathe. And they probably had no water.
Someone told me once, and this might be an urban legend, so if you know, yes or no, but I want to know if this is true, but I heard that when they renovated the New Amsterdam Theater, which is where the Lion King is, here at, no, it's where, I don't know, it's one of the Disney ones here in New York. When they renovated it, that they had to put in women's restrooms because they did not exist because women did not go to the bathroom in public.
What would they do? That's my worst nightmare.
I don't know, but they couldn't because who would dress them back up?
I would wear a diaper.
They didn't have them back then.
I would have had to figure something out. What about when it was that time of the month?
I think maybe you didn't go out.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's kind of nice. You're like, well, there's nothing for me here, so.
I know.
That's crazy.
I do think about those days when we weren't expected to be productive.
See?
Oh, sounds amazing. Okay, so smelling salts.
Okay, got it.
$10.
Yeah, I know that they're pretty inexpensive.
Yeah. Big. Okay, so at the farm, they also breed and sell Maremma puppies.
What are those? A breed?
I've never heard of them before. Yeah, Maremmas. And they are purebred but not registered, right? By the ones they. And they use them to guard their livestock.
Oh.
And they kind of look very similar to my old dog. I mean, she's still around. She's just with my ex, Nora.
Oh, yeah.
The Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
She was big and white. She was 110 pounds. This is a very similar dog. And they say that they used to have Pyrenees. So this is a livestock guarding animal. And they say they will only sell them to people who have livestock.
Okay.
Or use them as a guardian.
So we have to buy some livestock?
Well, I thought about that, but then it was like a lot. There was a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, then I had to buy a pen, and then I had to have land, and then I had to food, and then all the things.
Right.
So I'm going to use the dog as a guardian.
Okay.
To corral living things.
Yeah.
But instead of livestock, I am going to make it a stage management dog, and it is going to corral dancers and actors.
Okay, that's amazing.
I think it might be close to the same job. You know what I mean? But it needs a couple things. So first of all, the puppy, I think probably cost me $1,000 because it's purebred and it's all the things.
Yeah,
Okay. And I also think this is a fine way to breed a dog.
Sure.
And sell it. Like, as much as I also think everyone should just rescue a dog.
Right.
So it needs an all black outfit.
Okay.
Right? Because stage managers have to be behind the stage.
Okay.
I found on Chewy.com a shed defender onesie for a dog, a big dog.
Okay.
And it is full sleeves, full legs.
Oh my gosh.
Neck to tail. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's $59, everyone. You can buy it on Chewy.com.
Okay.
When it's made for shedding. And I don't know how I feel about making your dog wear a sock all the time because you don't want hair on your couch.
Right. I think that that's wrong.
I do too. I don't like that.
Yeah. The only time that I feel like it would be appropriate is if you had a dog and say a family member was coming to visit who is allergic. It might be a good time to put the suit on the dog just for a few hours while they're visiting.
Or in the car.
Right? Yes, that's
something
a good one.
like that. But I just feel like I can't imagine that feels good for the dog.
No.
However, it says that some dogs with anxiety actually like it.
Oh, like one of the weighted blankets.
Right. So you may have a dog that actually loves it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of funny though, because the one that they have it on, like, is a retriever of some sort.
Yeah.
So it has all the hair, and then the onesie shows the shape of its actual body, and then it's like hairy tail, hairy
Oh my
Carry head
gosh.
and then paw, 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 paw.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. It looks like he's about to go do like a green screen filming.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute.
Okay, so we've got an all black outfit. It needs a headset.
Okay.
This dog needs a headset to be a stage manager. I just wanted to
Yeah.
remind you all what the actual goal was to make a dog a stage manager. And believe it or not, I found a noise canceling headset made for dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
For dogs who are scared of sounds. This would
Yes.
be great, by the way, for like July
4th of
4th.
July. Yep.
It is the Ponix noise canceling headset. For the 10K day, look for really expensive one, but FYI, you can find cheap ones. This one is $199, and it just looks like a soft little helmet type of thing that kind of like sits over their thing, and it covers their little ears, and it's noise canceling.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing that I got my stage management dog is membership in Actors Equity Association.
Wait, can you do that with an animal?
That's the question you ask? Like it's been a stage manager this entire time, but it was the union affiliation that really bothered you.
You're right. Let's just go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, cool. So actually, I don't know. Like if you have a dog actor, I don't know.
There has to be a union.
I mean, otherwise they would work it forever.
Yeah, there has to be a pet union.
Be able to tell you.
Yeah.
You gotta be an actor, probably. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, do you know that whatchamacallit? Not induction. Initiation is now $1,800.
That's crazy.
I think it was $1,100 when I joined.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. But SAG is $3,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I haven't joined.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to join. They're going to come after me one day.
I know, they probably will.
They will get back to me. Why did I say this on a podcast? Again, Allison, now that I have a job where people want to know what I have to say, I shouldn't have a podcast anymore. Okay. So I should not be unscripted anymore. So then, because we're at a farm, for our dessert, because we've done salad all day.
Love it.
I got us a s'mores box from Etsy.
Oh, fun.
And it has the little forks and it has the things. It's really made for gifting because it has literally everything you need for a s'more. So I got that. Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen and people beyond the binary, I am over my budget, believe it or not, in Red Oak, Virginia. But don't worry. I'm selling back the rest of the balsamic to the people at the thing. I will remind everyone, I spent over $1,000 on balsamic vinegar. We've been eating salad all day long.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sell it back to the owners of what's this place called?
Old Crow.
Old Crow Farm. I can't believe you remember that.
It's because I like the band Old Crow Medicine Show.
Oh, that's cool. That's funny. Okay. So I'm going to sell back the rest of the balsamic to Old Crow Farms for $797.95.
Okay. All right.
And that brings me to $10,000.
On the dot. That's amazing.
Thank you.
It was a great choice.
Thanks.
So that's what we would do with $10,000 in
the place where you can be next to the fainting goats Near-Syncope, Red Oak, Virginia.
Yeah, but this is what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. So I found a charity called STARS, and it actually stands for, it has the name in it. I can't zoom in.
Something
it's Syncope, Trust. Hold on, I gotta get close. Syncope, Trust, and Reflux Anoxic Seizures. STARS.
I'm glad they went with STARS.
Yeah. And so they have a bunch of campaigns that they go through every year. One of them is called Take Fainting to Heart. And it's all about the temporary loss of consciousness because of syncope. And it says there's no such thing as a simple faint. And it talks about all of these things that go undiagnosed. One of them, I actually kind of went down a rabbit hole. One of them is actually arrhythmias, which is what my brother passed
Oh,
away from. So
right,
it says
right.
those can go, and it even said afterwards, arrhythmias are often fatal. And it said a lot of children go undiagnosed because of these fainting conditions.
Wait.
So I know, right? So STARS was launched to educate people about fainting and fainting's link to heart health. No idea. Had no idea all this was like put together. So you can check them out. It's called heartrhythmicalliance.org. There's lots of letters in there. So that'll be in our newsletter as well as in our show notes. But they have a ton of different programs. They have events, but then you can also click on symptoms and you can actually look through maybe if you're struggling with something, you want to kind of find out if you're suffering from that. You can look at their symptoms page as well. So check them out.
Very cool.
Yeah. What'd you find?
Okay, well, I actually told everyone I was going to stay at the farm, and I sure did
Yeah.
because they have a huge conservation side to what they do, especially about livestock.
Okay.
So the heritage livestock they have are the American guinea hogs, the Dexter cattle, and the Tennessee fainting goats. And they deliberately selected livestock breeds on the Livestock Conservancy Conservation Priority List.
Okay.
And it says that if you are deciding, you decided to add animals to your homestead or farm, depending on where you live, you can go to this list, conservation priority list, and it will tell you what can help different breeds survive more.
Okay.
So it says, listen, if you can't buy livestock from them, but you want to support this type of work where people are literally getting in there, you can donate to this farm to support the conservation efforts. They do give a portion to that livestock conservancy that runs the list, and the rest of it they use to take care of their livestock, which is all they're on the priority list, but I don't know if they're threatened or on the watch. But they're definitely doing it really intentionally.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
That's very cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, you guys can always let us know if there's a charity or organization or something maybe you're raising money for. Just email us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com. We'd love to connect with you. And we'd also love to hear your happies. Let us know what's making you happy in the week. So we're going to tell you ours really quick before we get to our final segment. So my happy is that tomorrow, when this episode comes out, the next day is Thanksgiving. And I love this time of year.
Whoa.
Yeah, I love it. I
Me
love
too.
Thanksgiving. I love from Thanksgiving into Christmas, into
Yep.
New Year's. I love it because we have some downtime. I get to spend a little bit more time with my kids, but I also love just the spirit and
It's festive.
it's festive. I love it. So this is my favorite time. So I'm really happy about it. What about you?
Me too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. Everyone knows I love Christmas. I'm not watching many Christmas movies anymore, but there were those years. But I just do. And today, actually, I can do this as my happy because it's perfect. I walked home from the show. Everyone, we're recording this. It's midnight now. So I just walked home from the show and I walked past Macy's to get to my apartment.
Yeah.
And they have the Christmas windows out. Tonight was the first
that's
night that I
fun.
saw them, that I saw the Christmas windows. And it's the first Christmas windows I've seen. So walking by Macy's, seeing the windows, Christmas, New York. Yeah, it was cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now it's time for
10K Roleplay.
It's me. What do you have for
is.
me?
Okay, I kind of tipped my hat earlier, I realized, but Allison.
Uh-huh.
What?
No, keep going.
Okay, Allison, thank you for doing this interview. It must be tough because you are definitely in a very tight corset.
Oh, I am. Yes, you're right.
Yes. I mean, you actually just did a fashion show
Yes,
in the corset.
I did.
And we have not let you get back to your room yet. So you've just come off the runway.
Right. Yes.
Okay, great. Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
It's great. It's great. You looked great up there.
Thank you so much. It's a lot of hard work and I am excited to get out of this outfit.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's really giving you a silhouette. But we'll just go straight to the questions because I
Sure,
can
thank
tell.
you.
Uh-huh. Oh, what's your obsession today?
Oh, well, my obsession is actually what something you can't see. I wear the coziest socks underneath all of this getup because I have to tell you, something that models may not tell you is that socks are the most important element of any fashion outfit because you never know what kind of shoes you're going to be wearing and you do have to walk. I must say, ever since I got these new socks, I have not tripped nor fallen at all. So I'm walking really well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What's your obsession right now?
Um, that was my obsession.
That's when it was a test. It was a test.
Yes.
What's your wish list right now?
Listen, you might think that I can't think because I have no air and flow to my brain, but I'm on top of it. Thinking sharp. My wish list. Well, I mean, the obvious wish list is I really wish I could get out of this corset, but I know I signed up for this interview, so I'm gonna do what I have to do, to fulfill my duty as a runway model. So my other wish list is that I wish that runways actually were a little bit wider. I wish that they would think about that when we come in passing with the next model. I think there should be, you know how they have the rules for the ramps for people who need wheelchairs. There's always the rule of how
Mhm.
steep they can be. I think they need that for the runway models. I think there needs to be some protocols. So my wish is that there were some rules and regulations to runways. So you can't just put a runway on, water, and you can't just put a runway in the middle of the desert, and you can't just put a runway that's really, thin. It needs to be a certain number of feet apart from one another. And then maybe not so long. Like stop trying to break records and make them the longest runway in the world, things like that. So I think that that's what I would do is
Yeah.
my wish is for runway regulations.
Runway regulations. Perfect. Well, if you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
Well, I'm actually in the process of creating a prototype of undergarments for models
Mhm.
that are more breathable, so that
Oh,
even if you need the corset look, you don't have to have the corset feel, if you will. So it can look like a corset, but not feel like a corset. So what I would do is I would take that $10,000, I put it into my research on the fabric that I'm using to create the undergarments for the models.
okay. Oh, wow. I can really hear the air
Yeah, it's
leaving your
getting
voice.
worse.
Yeah, I'm
It's
so sorry.
getting worse.
I'm so sorry. Okay, well,
Just
how
progressively getting worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We only have a couple more questions. I'll cut it
Okay.
short. Um, what would you do if you had $10,000 to give away?
Well, I would definitely give it back to the world. And I think the way I would do that is that I would join some of my model friends. Some model friends of mine, they go to homeless shelters and they do makeovers. So I would go to the homeless shelters as well and do the makeovers. And and I would put that money into buying, because you have to be sanitary. You have to, give new makeup to each person and new brushes. So it does take a lot of money, even if you're buying, Elf, those products that are, cheaper. So that's what I would do is I would give it to the models who are doing the makeovers, the model makeover, if you will.
Well, yeah, that perfect. Great. Now, what's your happy?
Well, my happy is that this is the last question and that I'm going to be able to go take this corset off and I'm going to be able to jump into my sweatpants and eat some chocolate and take off my bra and then jump into maybe a hot tub or something.
Uh-oh, she's gone. Uh-oh. Get Is there a doctor in the house? The bit's still going. Sorry, everyone
right.
listening. That was a visual bit that
That's a
Allison
visual
chose
bit. I was fainting. I'm sure
It
you
was
all picked up
funny.
on
It
that.
was a very slow faint, though. It was like a slow faint, and then she just took herself out of frame, but the frame was lower than she realized, and she had to squat down. It was pretty funny. If you don't know what we're
Oh,
talking about, find us on YouTube.
that's right. Watch it. It's fun. So this is fun, your role play.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to stick to it because I'm a firm believer that whatever we both created separately, we should stick to. And this is a good time for people who maybe are semi new. We need to point out, you guys, we don't plan these things together. Lulu has no idea what I've written down. I don't know what she's written down, even the day, like nothing. So, Lulu, here's your 10K role play.
Am I in a corset?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lulu, you own the largest fainting goat farm
No.
in the country.
No way.
Which is why when you were like, what would you do? I was like, well, I'm not going to give away my thought process because I don't want her to know.
Oh my
But
gosh, that's so funny.
my thought process was fainting goat, but
Oh
I
my
kind
gosh. What if we
yeah.
had ended up at that? If this would have been the episode, if
I
we
know.
were both still doing days.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So close.
So you
Okay.
own the largest fainting goat farm in the country.
I do.
And what's your obsession?
Well, my obsession are these feather bed quilts that we have now spread all over the farm for the fainting goats. Because it's only the best tourists that think about the comfort of the goats. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, there's not a lot of people that are going to come out here and bring me a dog bed or something like that. So, what I've done is I have put heritage quilts everywhere, all over the farm. And that way, wherever the goats faint, they're comfortable, they're happy. You know what I mean? And that is right now my obsession. What I've done so far is I put all the red ones on one side and all the purple ones on the other side, and I kind of sorted it. But then someone told me that if we ever get a drone, it'll probably be prettier if I make some sort of design. So what I've done is I've taken pictures of all of them and I've sent them to my grandkids, and they're going to tell me what to do.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mhm.
What's on your wish list?
Well, what's on my wish list is a drone, because I don't have one. And now that's all I can think of is how great it would be to send up a drone. Like, don't tell me that and then don't get me a drone. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy with the quilts where they were. I'd laid them all out. It took me days. And then now you're telling me it's going to be, I mean, it's fine. I sent stuff to my grandkids. I'll get it back to me and all. But I mean, I still don't have a drone. It's just, I was just hoping.
Okay. If you had $10,000 to spend, how would you spend it?
You are not listening to me, woman.
Would you buy a drone?
I literally just told you twice what I want and how I want it. And you just keep badgering me with these questions. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? I have to go and tick up all of these quilts that I've spent days color sorting and doing. And some of them, well, it's hard because the guy that works with me, he's colorblind. He can't help me. So he's been doing everything else, but it really just lays on me. And some of those quilts are heavy.
Yeah. So he actually takes care of the fainting goats.
What?
He takes care of the goats.
Well, I mean, we share some of the, like if one of them is sick, I go and I cuddle it. And then once in a while.
It's okay. I digress.
Yeah.
We don't have to answer. That's not on my list. Okay. If you had $10,000 to give away.
Yeah.
That's a new one. Where would you give it?
That's a new one. How dare you? If I had $10,000, you know what I would do?
What?
I would give it to the guy that I work with for new contact lenses.
Oh.
The color ones, those glasses, so he could help me finally and get off his butt, because he keeps telling me it's because he's colorblind. But I tell you what, we go to that mosaic idea instead of this color sorting idea. We'll see. We'll see if it was color blindness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what is he doing? Hanging out with fainting goats? That sounds fun. I've been pulling these quilts all over the farm.
Okay. And what's your happy?
Well, my happy is that we got a new little baby goat.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a new little fainter. And she's real cute, and she's real tiny, and she has not been startled yet. You know what I mean? And if you have a faint goat that has not yet been startled, because you know that happens, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. You know, we don't know what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be real good. And you know, we've been just planning some stuff because we try to do something different every time. We always nice to them. You know, we don't want to startle. We want to startle them with love. So normally I walk up to it and I'm like, "You're the cutest little thing I've ever seen." And they just like stiffen up and they fall down. Oh man, it's just so good sometimes. But they're good. I heard it's just like a Charlie horse without the pain.
There you go.
That freed me up a little bit. By the way, we are probably going to get in trouble with PETA pretty soon, because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that to faint goats. So just in case anybody wanted to join me in prison and do that with those little baby goats, you do that. But if you don't, then don't do that. That was just for comedy and not real.
Well, thank you. All right. So that was
10K Roleplay.
If you listen to our podcast and you want to give us a word, you can now. Just go to 10kdollarday.com and you can click on give us a word. And it's super easy. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your tablet. You can do it from your desktop, your laptop, whatever you want. Record us a word. Make sure to introduce yourself and then give us a word, any word, as long as it's not dirty.
Or poop.
Or bathroom humor. Yeah.
Just don't use poop.
Yeah. Just don't use poop. Poop is off limits.
Yeah. I used that, but when I was doing improv a lot, we would always burn the choice we didn't want them to say. Because everyone always wanted it to be in a gynecologist's office. Always, right? You'd be like, give me a location. And they're all like, gynecologist's office. Yeah. So we would use it in the prompt to burn it. It'd be like, give us a location. Like, for instance, a gynecologist's office.
Yeah. That's super smart.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, this podcast could not be possible without producer Andrea Canny. Intro by Stan Collins. Graphic art by Jacob McAllister. The 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose. The vintage 10K Saturday episode voiceover by Charlie Hume. Thanks as always to Buzzsprout. Let's end this podcast how we end every single podcast, with friends like us
who need amenities.
Yeah.